October 26, 2005 is career day. I walk into an elementary school and the kids look at me as if I'm their teacher. 5'7", 207 pounds with about 27 tattoos. Kids look at me, I tell them, please take out a clean sheet of paper and a pencil because I have an assignment for them to do. They all look at me and say, oh man, again? See, the thing about these kids in Harlem is that they hate it when Mr. John has an assignment for them to do. So I tell them, settle down, funky children. A little girl in the back of the room stands up and says, Mr. John, I know why you make fun of us. The only reason you make fun of us is because you're preparing us for middle school. And I say, yeah, whatever, just settle down. Take out a clean sheet of paper and something to write with because I have an assignment for you to do. Please tell me what you aspire to be when you become older. All kids at the same time, suck their teeth. Oh, man. We already did this, Mr. John. I said, I know. But since I lost the papers, you're going to have to do it all over again. They're like, okay. So for 15 minutes, they all put their head down and tell me what they aspire to be when they become older. After 15 minutes of writing, I grab 3 kids and bring them into my office at random. The first kid, Johnsy, the Dominican kid. And from what I can see, probably the only Dominican kid in Harlem. And he walks up and he says, oh yeah, check it out, hey. Check it out, Mr. Young, hey. I don't finish what you wanted me to do, pero I can tell you what I want to be. I say, Johnsy, please tell me what you aspire to be when you become older. Johnsy looks at me and says, oh yeah, check it out, hey. When I become older, yo quiero jugar baseball. And I say, Johnsy, you're Dominican, so chances are that you're going to play baseball anyway. And he says, no, Mr. Johnsy, I don't think you understand. See, I want to play pelota, and I don't care if it's in front of a lot of bit of people or a little bit of people, huh? I say a lot of bit of people. I just want to play pelota. Because me and my dad used to play pelota back in DR, and ever since he been here, we can't play pelota anymore. See, he got his leg blown off back in DR, and it's hard for us to go to the park and play catch. So I want to be able to play pelota in front of a lot of bit of people or a little bit of people, so he can be in the stands and he can say, oh yeah, that's my boy. Oh yeah, ese nene mío. And I say, cool. But whatever you do, keep your head in school so no one plays you for a fool. On top of that, no one takes your money from you. He looks at me and says, oh yeah, dato, which to me doesn't really mean anything in Dominican. He walks out. The next kid that walks in, Jaffo, African kid. He walks, cool, calm, collected, the way his mother and father have always taught him to be. And I say, Jaffo, please tell me what you want to be when you become older. And Jaffo looks at me, he says, good afternoon. And I say, Jaffo, please tell me what you aspire to be when you become older. Jaffo looks at me and says, Mr. John, when I become older, I want to be a writer. I said, cool. But what do you want to write about? He said, I want to write books. I want to teach African-American parents how to treat African kids who come to America. And I said, well, why is that? And he tells me, because ever since I've been in America, my mother tells me to be less African and more American. And I tell her, I don't know how to be less African and more American because I don't know what being African is. Please tell me the colors of my flag. Explain to me Ramadan. Explain to me why I have to wear these cool clothes once a month and no one's told me why. Explain to me why I have to starve myself for 30 days. Explain to me why no one in my class wears natural oils and I can't wear deodorant. And I tell him, Jaffo, you sound a little angry. Maybe you just need anger management classes. And he says, no, Mr. John, you see, I know that I can't change the world, but I know that if I can change the mind of a few people who can help me change the world, then I've done my job. And I say, cool. And he looks at me. He walks out the room, calm, cool, collected, the way his mother and father have always taught him to. And he says, good afternoon. The next child that walks in, Neveah. Mr. John, my name is Neveah. Have it spelled backwards, and please don't you get it twisted. I say, okay, Neveah, please tell me what you aspire to be when you become older. She goes, Mr. John, I don't think I can tell you what I want to be, because I want to be, may not be what you want me to be. Say, Neveah, if you don't slow your little sassy ass down. She says, Mr. John, I don't think I can tell you what I want to be when I become older, because what I want to be may not be what you want me to be when I become older. And I say, okay, test me. And she looks at me, mahogany brown complexion, oval-shaped eyes, looks at me straight in the face and tells me that she wants to be a stripper. And I can't believe that a 10-year-old girl in the 5th grade looks at me and tells me that she wants to become a stripper. So me being the adult in the room, and I can't discourage any of my kids from any of their dreams, I ask her, well, what kind of stripper you want to be? And I slap myself in the forehead because I can't believe it. I'm going to talk to a 10-year-old on what kind of stripper they can possibly be. So I ask her, maybe you want to be the kind of stripper that slides down poles, takes off her clothes, and gets touched by various men. And she says, Mr. John, you know how many women slide down those poles? And I say, no, I don't. No. No, I don't. I said, okay, maybe you want to be the kind of dancer like them girls in them videos who get champagne poured over their head. It seems like they make pretty good money. She said, Mr. John, I don't know if you know this right, but I'm a black woman. You know how long it's going to take for me to get my hair done after it's been wet? So you're right, maybe that's not a good idea. I said, so maybe you want to be the kind of dancer like Jermaine Dupri and Janet Jackson in that video where Jermaine Dupri takes out his credit card, puts it in through the wall, comes back out, the screen goes up, Janet Jackson is behind that screen, and it looks like she's dancing. She seems like she makes pretty good money. She never gets touched by any men, and she never has to take off her clothes. He says, wow, that sounds like a good idea. Then I slap myself in the forehead again because I can't believe that I disagree with a 10-year-old or what kind of stripper they could possibly be. But I know there's more to the story, so I keep asking her questions. I say, Neveah, please tell me why you want to become a stripper. She says, Mr. John, in all honesty, I want to be a stripper because I can make more money in 2 days than some of these business bitches can make in 2 weeks. Pardon the way I speak. I want to be able to put more food on the table. I want to be able to help my grandmother and my mother take my brothers and my sisters to better schools. I want to be the cool girl in school. I want to have the nice clothes. I want to be the girl that they look at and say, look, she looks good. Not the girl with all the holes in her clothes. I want to be the nice girl in school, Mr. John. And I say, Neveah, I know there's more to the story, so please tell me why you want to become a stripper. And she looks at me, 10 years old, mahogany brown complexion, with oval-shaped eyes, as a tear rolls down her cheek, and says that the only reason she wants to be a stripper is because maybe if she was a stripper, her father would come see her more often. Oh.